What's up everyone, this is FB Sticks. If you're watching this video right now, Katie and I are currently on vacation with our family. We're headed to Hawaii and we're really looking forward to that. So I've prepped some videos ahead of time so you all still have some content while we are away on vacation. In today's video, we're playing in the Kanto Cup and showcasing Blastoise as the safe swap, which is definitely one of the most versatile and I think powerful Pokemon in the Kanto Cup, especially on the swap. There's hardly any grass types in Kanto Cup because there's so many things that are strong against grass. So Blastoise running Hydro Cannon and Skull Bash has a lot of play against the meta. If you appreciate the content, make sure to leave a like and comment down there, and let's jump right into these battles. So Pidgeot in the lead can win a lot of scenarios just because of the Feather Dance, but I've noticed that oftentimes you do have to be the first one to commit your shield. Now, this Hypno is actually opting to overfarm a little bit. We throw on the CMP tie. I do bait with a Feather Dance and it is successful, but that Thunder Punch is still a little bit scary. I actually end up double shielding here, which is arguably a misplay because I would have survived that Thunder Punch regardless. But I wanted to guarantee that I could get some damage off on whatever would come in. So out comes an Alolan Grimer and the Brave Bird pretty much one-shots it. Now the Hypno has energy loaded. They have an Alolan Muck in the back, so this is looking really bad for my own Hypno. By the way, I have seen some people run this team comp before of Pidgeot, Blastoise, and then XL Lickitung in the back. I just opted to try to give my Shadow Hypno a little bit more play here. So we're going to be able to go for another Hydro Cannon here against that Alolan Muck, and Blastoise actually putting up a nice fight against that Alolan Muck even despite being down a shield. So I'm going to bring in the Pidgeot. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to take me out here. But they only go for Acid Spray, so I do survive. I swap in my own Hypno, and they don't have Shadow Ball apparently, or they felt like they weren't going to be able to get to it. Thank goodness. Nidoqueen in the lead. I have two better responses to this, so I opt to go into my Blastoise immediately. Now, if you can successfully shield up the Power Whip in this matchup, it's looking pretty good, but I end up no shielding because what I'm recognizing here is that I can get to 2 Hydro Cannons and then set myself up for a nice big farm down with the Pidgeot. If they had something else in the lead, say like an Alolan Sandslash or something that was a harder counter to Pidgeot, I potentially would not have made this play, but I had a feeling that the energy farmed with this Pidgeot would put me in a pretty good scenario here. So able to farm the Lickitung all the way down. It's able to get to 2 Body Slams before I'm able to gust it down, but that's okay. If they end up bringing in a Hypno, so I'm going to go straight for the Brave Bird here. I'm up a shield. Let's see if they respect it. No, we're looking pretty good now. My Hypno has to deal with their Hypno as well as a Nidoqueen. They bait me with a punch. Really nice play. I know that the charge moves from Hypno are going to be more threatening than the Nidoqueen, but I do want to get that last shield. The Shadow Ball is far more threatening, but I was keeping good track of their energy and knew that that was just a punch. Fire Punch does hit for neutral in this Nidoqueen matchup, and these confusions are really chunking. I do have to shield this, and I'm really hoping that they're not going to be able to get to another Poison Fang. They're barely not able to get there, and I have a punch stored on my Hypno. We're going to be able to take that game. So Blastoise giving us a shield advantage against that Lickitung and setting up the Pidgeot for a nice farm down was a really good situation there. Man, Alolan Grimer is such a strong Pokemon as well. I wish I had one fully built. I'm waiting to get best buddies with my Alolan Grimer, but next time Kanto Cup rolls around, I'm definitely going to try out some Alolan Grimer. They went straight for the Sludge Bomb, which does hit for more damage, so nice play. I'm actually going straight for the Brave Bird here, thinking that they're not going to shield since they're already so low of health. Now, I'm really hoping that that was their only response to Hypno, but it's not. They bring out a Lickitung, and this is not looking good. I've already seen 2 really solid responses to Hypno, so I'm hoping that whatever's in the back, Hypno's got to have some play against. It could be a fighter, but they actually end up bringing in a Lapras. I was so surprised by this play. Even though we're down a shield, that's totally okay. This is where having Thunder Punch is really nice against the Lapras. I get 1 shield there. And I know that my Blastoise has a lot of work to do in the end game here. I do want to guarantee that I can burn that final shield. I threw out 2 confusions before throwing because that's 8 turns against 9 turns for optimal move timing there. And I'm able to get my confusion through. I know that I will survive. Oh, they do go for the Skull Bash. Nice play. They boost up their defense. So I need to farm as much as possible here. They tried to catch on their Lickitung. I knew that they were energy dry, so I farm up even more before throwing this Hydro Cannon. I have patience. Down goes the Lickitung. And the Lapras is going to come back in, and Hydro Cannon plus maybe a couple Water Guns should do the trick here. We're able to take that game. Good game. Pidgeot into Dragonite. Fairly neutral matchup, but oh my goodness, the Dragon Breaths chunk so much. It's good that my Blastoise gets to avoid this. So they're going to throw a Dragon Claw. I have to respect it. This is going to do so much damage. And then they catch on their Lapras. So nice play. I just went for the Feather Dance here. So I'm hoping that I'm going to bring my Blastoise in here and try to set myself up for a scenario where I can farm up pretty heavily. Now, they got 1 Water Gun upon entry there, so I knew that they were going to reach the Skull Bash before me. I no-shielded because of the attack drop that I got on them, and I should have thrown the Skull Bash sooner to boost my defense against these Water Guns. This is doing essentially no damage, but I know that they're going to be able to get to the Skull Bash before I can get to another one. I do survive it, able to get to another Skull Bash here. But they most likely survive it. They are boosted. No, it's still enough to take it out. They come in with a Ninetales and farm me down. Holy cow. So at this point, I have some options here. I'm going to bring in my Hypno. And then I tried to make a catch on my Pidgeot there. They bait me with Weather Ball. Nice play. I go straight into my Pidgeot to try to force them to spend some energy, but they got scared, and that allowed me to farm them down with my Pidgeot. I'm able to get to this Feather Dance to drop their attack, burn the final shield. I have a Thunder Punch loaded. I know this is an Overheat. And I survive it, no problem. Thank goodness for the Feather Dance debuff, and I'm able to get to this Thunder Punch here and take that game. Good game. Pidgeot into Blastoise. Solid pick from my opponent. Again, this is another scenario where if you want to win this lead with Pidgeot, you have to be the first one to commit shields. I go for kind of a weird play here. I attempted to catch a Hydro Cannon and it failed horribly. So they're able to reach the Skull Bash, but they're opting to stay in. So I'm wondering if maybe they're going to be weak to water in the back. Potentially a nidoqueen back there. They let their Blastoise go. I was very shocked by that play. I'm down a shield, but I have a boosted Blastoise. They end up bringing in their own Pidgeot. So they're totally fine with this matchup. I'm going to throw this Hydro Cannon right before they get energy to throw a move and see what they want to do. I do get a shield there. That's good for me. And they throw right on the CMP tie. Do I survive this Feather Dance? No. It's just enough to knock me out. Nice play. They have extra energy farmed though. That's the scary thing. I go straight for the Feather Dance here, which is might be a dumb play if they no shield this. Okay, I do get the shield, thank goodness. So now I'm really thinking that there could be a fighter in the back. I get Feather Danced as well, really unfortunate. And then I throw this Feather Dance. I really want to get rid of this Pidgeot here. What's in the back? No, it's an Alolan Grimer. So unfortunate. Potentially, if I would have saved the shield for Hypno and then farmed them down, I could get to 2 punches here against the Grimer, and we would have been able to take this game. But I for sure thought that there might be a fighter in the back, and even if that's the case, I still could have saved my shield for Hypno. But my opponent's going to be able to take this game. Really well played on their end. They land the crunch, and that is able to take me out there. Good game. Pidgeot into Alolan Sandslash. This is not good at all. I got to, I'm going to go into my Blastoise here. Now, having Fire Punch on my Hypno is helpful in these scenarios, but because it's running Shadow Claw, this is still not a great scenario. They respond with their own Blastoise. That's a really good play, because even though I'm going to be able to get this Skull Bash off, they're going to be able to farm up a lot of energy. And even if I flip this matchup, it's not that great because the Sandslash still has 2 shields. and I'm in a rough spot. I think I go for a farm down with Hypno here to try to get a jump start on energy. Okay. At this point, I'm totally sacrificing the Pidgeot here. I'm just not able to get enough energy here. They're going to be able to reach an Ice Punch, and this is just a really bad scenario here. I go straight for the Brave Bird, just hoping to do some chip damage to this Sandslash here. They no-shield it. In the back is a Nidoqueen, so I'm hoping that potentially I can farm this all the way down and be able to Confusion down their Sandslash. I get baited by the Poison Fang, and they're able to reach a second Poison Fang. I had to make a call and no-shield that first Poison Fang if I wanted a shot to win, because now they're going to be able to farm me down. The Confusion does not register, and they're able to get to an Ice Punch. I was almost able to come back from that. They had 2 shields there at the end, but if I would have no-shielded the first Poison Fang, there was still a win con there. Primeape lead. Okay, they're able to hit for neutral damage. This is where having Hypno in the back is also nice because I'm kind of double strong against fighters. A Hypno swap in is kind of awkward. Don't have a hard counter to it, so I do have to stay in a little bit. I'm going to go straight for the Brave Bird here and see what they want to do. They end up no shielding it. Totally fine by me. I might look to swap right into my Blastoise. Yes, they bring out a Magneton. This is very scary. I need to do as much fast move damage to this Magneton as possible. Those water guns are really adding up. I do shield up the Zap Cannon. Thank goodness they're not running Discharge. Out comes the Primeape. My attack has been debuffed and they throw immediately. Do I get the shield with this final Hydro Cannon? I kind of need to. My attack has been dropped. And they no-shield it. Nice play. I need to farm this and have energy loaded. I bring out the Pidgeot. I'm able to farm it down. And I need to get to this Feather Dance. I go straight for the Feather Dance. And then I'm going to swap my Hypno and do as much confusion damage as possible. I'm going to get hit by a Zap Cannon from a Shadow Magneton. But it's debuffed. Can Hypno survive? Oh my goodness, that still does so much damage. Good game, we're able to take that game there. Another Alolan Sandslash in the lead. Really rough. I go into Hypno this time. And they end up staying in. The backlines of these teams that run Alolan Sandslash are always so different. I end up no-shielding this Ice Punch. I tried a different strategy of swapping the Hypno this time. Gonna throw a Fire Punch. They end up shielding it. Unfortunate. And then they catch a Fire Punch on their Primeape. Okay. So now I'm really hoping that my Blastoise can sweep the back line. I definitely need to bring Pidgeot onto this. And pretty much need to commit to the full farm down here. They're probably going to get to 2 moves, which is unfortunate that I'm going to have to shield here. Nice timing on my opponent's end. Luckily that Gust was barely able to knock it out. I'm going to try to catch a Ice Punch on my Blastoise. But smart, they did not throw immediately. I will shield up this Bulldoze. I know that Blastoise has to do all the heavy lifting here. What is in the back? It's another fighter! Oh my goodness. So Hypno had so much play. I have to shield up this move and then hope that I can get to another Hydro before this Machamp gets to another Cross Chop. So I'm able to get there, thank goodness. But if they farm up the 2 moves with their Alolan Sandslash, I am in a tough position here. They're farming. I know that I survive Ice Punch, but I can't swap out of here, and so they're gonna be able to get to a move just barely. Oh, this game was so close and so frustrating on my end. That was a tough backline. The double fighters after my Hypno had gone. If I would have safe swapped Blastoise, I would have had more play, but you just never know with those Alolan Sandslash leads. Okay, Lickitung in the lead. Whenever they stay in like this, I get the feeling that they are running double fighters in the back. So I like to throw Brave Bird and then regardless of what happens, swap to my Blastoise. Because most likely this is just going to be a Body Slam. And what's going to come in? Okay, they have a Lapras. So I'm very surprised that they did not swap out. They might still have a fighter in the back. So they might have been double weak to Pidgeot, which is why they stayed in the lead. They shield up my Skull Bash. Nice play. Do I call the Skull Bash here? I shielded up as well. We are ahead on energy, but Lapras generates energy slightly faster with the Ice Shard. Able to get to this Skull Bash once again, and we'll see what they want to do. They're really ramping up here. It could also be potentially a nidoqueen in the back. They end up double shielding, so they're very invested in this Lapras at this point. If it's a nidoqueen, I feel okay with that as well. It is a nidoqueen, and they catch the Thunder Punch. Oh my goodness, what a play. Really nice play. So I think at this point I store a move and then try to catch something on my Pidgeot, which was kind of a silly move here. They're just going to go straight Poison Fang, but I just want to set myself up for a scenario when I can Confusion them down. I'm really hoping that 2 Confusions will KO this Nidoqueen at this point. They're able to get to this Poison Fang. I have to no-shield it, knowing that the Surf is going to do more damage. I save my shield. I have a Thunder Punch loaded because I recognize that I was most likely going to lose the CMP tie. Shield up the Surf, able to get this Thunder Punch off, and we're still going to be able to take this game. Good game there. That was pretty tough. Pidgeot into Primeape, you love to see it. We're double strong against fighters. They're opting to stay in. So they do have moves that'll hit me for neutral. So I think I end up shielding. Okay, I no-shield the first Sandslash. And they don't get to another move. I was very surprised by this play. So again, I'm thinking, maybe are they double weak to Pidgeot? Do they have a Lickitung in the back? I'm going to swap to my Blastoise. And then they end up immediately swapping into Machamp. So double fighter, but one in the lead, one in the back. I was completely surprised by this. I get both shields from them, and now I know that Hypno is just going to sweep this match. Really interesting team comp from my opponent. Definitely caught me off guard. I will shield this. Rock Slide is threatening. Able to farm them down, and now I just need to get to 2 Thunder Punches, and we're looking pretty good. So once again, I want to be careful of my move timing here. I'm most likely going to throw 2 more Confusions before I throw my Thunder Punch. Yep, just to guarantee that I'm not giving them a whole bunch of free energy. So there's 1 Thunder Punch, and I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch immediately and get rid of this Lapras and be able to take this game there. Good game. Another Lickitung lead. Pidgeot is really solid for this. And whenever they stay in, I always get the feeling like Pidgeot might have play against whatever's in the back. So I tend to like to go straight Brave Bird. This time I overfarm by 1. And then regardless of what they do, make the move into Blastoise. They end up shielding. I still go into Blastoise. I have a feeling that this is the Power Whip. Do they bring out a fighter? Yes, they do, but I have a jump start on energy. I want to throw this Hydro before they get to the Cross Chop. They most likely are going to shield it to respect the damage. And they have farmed up a lot of energy here. They go for the Cross Chop. I barely survived, but I'm not able to get to a move here. They still have a healthy Lickitung. That's the scary thing. I bring out my Hypno. And they're able to get to a last second move here. I no-shield the Rock Slide, and now I'm hoping that my Pidgeot can sweep the rest of the team there. It could be another fighter, though, and after I throw a move, this is going to be tough. Okay, they do bring in the Primeape, going straight for the Brave Bird here, and now my Hypno needs to clean up this Lickitung. They're able to farm me down. I just need to get to 1 punch, though, and they know that the game is over there. Good game. One more battle in the video, folks. Alolan Raticate in the lead. Is it running Quick Attack or Bite? Looks like the capture card disconnected there during the stream. They are running Quick Attack, and they do go for Crunch. They tried catching on their own Pidgeot. I'm just going to go straight for the Brave Bird here. I never know whether or not my opponents are going to no-shield it. They do end up shielding it, which is really unfortunate for me. At least now my Hypno gets to avoid their Alolan Raticate. Now, I should have thrown my Thunder Punch sooner. And I tried to call a Feather Dance. It did not work. Blastoise has to carry the team on his back now. Trying to farm down this Pidgeot before they get to a move. They're able to get to a last second Feather Dance. This is so unfortunate here. And it actually was a Brave Bird, thank goodness, so they didn't debuff me. Can Blastoise sweep the rest of the team here? Gonna throw a Hydro Cannon. This Alolan Raticate is very bulky, so most likely is gonna survive. I tried to catch on my Pidgeot, and I was able to do it, which is good, but I don't know if I can water gun down this rat before it gets to move. Nice undercharge. They revealed the nidoqueen. And I should have thrown the Hydro Cannon right before they got to this move to dictate where their shields are going to go. But we end up CMP tying, and Blastoise lost the CMP there. I need to get to this Hydro, and then I need to hope that I can water gun down the Alolan Raticate to win this game. There's the rat, and we are just barely able to water gun them down. Good game. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate the content, and I'll see you all in the next video.